Alright, let's just cut to the chase. So about a week ago, Twitter took a page right out of 1984 and assembled what they like to call a Trust and Safety Council. Now, let's just call this exactly what it is. It's a censorship initiative, and that becomes clearer and clearer the more you read the announcement post on Twitter's blog. On Twitter, every voice has the power to shape the world. We see this power every day, from activists who use Twitter to mobilize citizens to content creators who use Twitter to shape opinion. This entire introduction reeks of controlling language. It's all about power, shaping the world, and shaping opinions most of all. To ensure that people can continue to express themselves freely and safely on Twitter, we must provide more tools and policies. So let me get this straight. In order to ensure things remain exactly as they are, we need to change everything. Well, brilliant. With hundreds of millions of tweets sent per day, the volume of content on Twitter is massive, which makes it extraordinarily complex to strike the right balance between fighting abuse and speaking truth to power. Now, this is amazing to me. Twitter is one of the biggest social media websites on the face of the planet right now. Twitter holds a metric fuck ton of power. So if someone were to criticize Twitter, or God forbid, someone tries to criticize someone on this council, do you really think that person would contemplate whether or not the criticism was abuse or speaking truth to power? Of course not. When you speak truth to power, the people in power are always going to see it as abuse. Now you might be thinking, Chris, come on, Twitter would never censor people simply for criticizing them. You're overreacting. Well, buckle your tiny little seatbelts because I'm about to show you something wonderful. This altercation between a Twitter user by the name of D.H. Maplethorpe and Anita Sarkeesian at Feminist Frequency, where Disappointed Daily published an article uncritically interviewing and amplifying the voice of the abuser who started Gamergate. To which Dan here replies, "Let me get this straight. A woman cheats on a man with multiple people, lies about it, gaslights him when he suspects her. She tells him to give up friends because they make her jealous. She controls him by threatening to commit suicide. He breaks up with her, comes out publicly about what she made him suffer. She tells her friends not to read his account. Multiple websites censor any talk about this document. She takes him to court for having the guts to speak out. Her friends in the Games Press take her side with a slew of articles. Mainstream press copies what Games Press said. She gets TV news stories, magazine articles, an audience with a congresswoman, and an audience with the UN, all on her side, all while his freedom of speech was constricted by her gag order, and you call him the abuser. Fuck right off." Directed at Feminist Frequency. Now, I don't know how many of you know the story of the dawn of Gamergate, the Zoe Post, or Zoe Quinn, but all of that is 100% true. That is exactly what happened. Dan D.H. Maplethorpe here just spoke truth to power. And what do you know? His account is gone. Suspended. Because he called out Feminist Frequency on their bullshit. And guess who is one of the members of Twitter's Trust and Safety Council? Well, would you look at that? Feminist Frequency. Well, I'll be damned. And fuck's sake, really, Feminist Frequency? You're upset about one uncritical interview of Aaron? But you're totally fine with the dozens of uncritical articles about Zoe Quinn on her side? Who's speaking truth to power here, Twitter? Who is speaking truth to power here? The man who's been branded by every major media publication as an abuser with a gag order who has no power? Or is it the woman with a fucking movie deal, a seat at the fucking United Nations, and the entire gaming media and mainstream press on her side? You self-righteous cunts. Twitter, what the hell are you doing? Your company is plummeting into the ground because you're more concerned about protecting a few people's feelings at the expense of everybody else's freedom of speech. What qualifications does Anita Sarkeesian have to be on the censorship council at one of the biggest web companies on the planet? Is it her incredible ability to ask for thousands of dollars for something she never even finished? These people, these social justice warriors, these regressive leftists, are not your audience. Jesus Christ, Stephen Fry just quit your site today, and I promise you, many more will follow suit if you don't wake up and realize that these whiny imbeciles are the people who matter least. There's a reason why your site went to shit after you started shadow banning, filtering trending hashtags, and drinking the regressive Kool-Aid. It's because these people are not the majority of your user base. They don't speak for the rest of us. The rest of us want an open exchange of ideas. If a hashtag starts trending and you disagree with it, hiding it from people's feeds is shady, controlling, and it's just unethical. Look at sites like Kotaku and Polygon. They're the biggest gaming websites around, yet what do they have in common? They're fueled by politics and ideological nonsense. Just listen to this obviously unscripted first impressions video for a game review. The game? Oh, it's Sunset by Tale of Tales. You know that game, that great game. Well, this is the first impressions video by Polygon.
Hi, Charlie.
Hello, Danielle. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, and I want to show you this game called Sunset from Tale of Tales.
I have been so excited for this game since I heard about it. I've been on like media lockdown about this one because I just want to experience it for the first time. So like, don't spoil it for me, Danielle.
Okay, I won't.
Wow, they sound really genuine, don't they? Kotaku even gave it a yes, you should play this rating. These are two of the biggest gaming websites around, so clearly what they say must reflect what the gaming audience wants and likes, yeah? Well, no, because Sunset only sold 4,000 copies, including units given out through the Kickstarter. That is embarrassing. Gee, it's almost as if the whiny, pretentious, protect my feelings crowd doesn't actually represent the majority of your user base. Look, Twitter, I get it. These people are whiny as fuck and they're annoying, and the easiest way to get them to shut up is to appease them. But when it's obviously harming your company, when it's abundantly clear that these people are the loud and toxic minority, you need to wake up and do what's objectively best for your company and what's objectively best for society in general. And it's pretty damn obvious that whatever you're doing right now isn't exactly cutting it. Freedom of speech is integral to a free society, and if you take that away, well, you're the bad guy. It's simple as that.